A student persuaded by his friend to get his legs amputated for a $1.3 million insurance scam wound up only getting $7,200 that he now has to return. Prosecutors say. I don't think you could convince me to amputate my legs for $1.3 million. That seems like a really low cost, right? That seems like a really low cost. A student in Taiwan had his legs amputated to claim a $1.3 million insurance payout. He's been arrested on suspicion of fraud, local prosecutors say. The 23-year-old, identified only by his last name, Zhang, plunged his feet into a bucket of dry ice for more than 10 hours to get them so badly frostbitten that he would need a double amputation, the Taiwan Criminal Investigation Bureau said in a Thursday release. All right, well, we already knew he has mental problems, but how do you withstand the pain of putting your legs into dry ice? I mean, obviously, at some point, they're going to go completely numb and you'll feel nothing anymore. But, like, how do you withstand the pain in the beginning there? It would destroy the nerves? That's, like, crazy to me. He was zip-tied to it. Like, this... There's no way you did this willingly. I don't believe it, man. Maybe he was into it. Yeah, maybe he's like that guy who was a furry who put his hands in dry ice so he'd have to get his hands amputated and he could get them replaced with mecha paws. Jesus Christ. The Bureau said a friend of Zhang's from high school, identified only as Liao, persuaded him to carry out the insurance scam. Liao, also 23, suffered losses from trading cryptocurrency, and he tricked Zhang into signing a legal note obligating him to pay about $800,000. That is not a friend. That's not a friend at all. What the fuck? Holy shit. Why would you sign that? Why would you sign that? The local media outlet Taiwan News reported that Liao told Zhang that gangsters were pursuing him. On January 26, 2023, Liao and Zhang rode around Taipei on a motorbike at night, wanting to present the claim that Zhang was afflicted with frostbite while riding the vehicle in the late evening, investigators said. Just days before, Zhang bought several expensive policies for life insurance, travel insurance, and accident insurance, prosecutors said. Look, I'm not about committing fraud, but I feel like if you're going to commit fraud, you should plan way in advance, right? Like, you take out the insurance policies at minimum a year ahead of time. Like, that just seems like it would make more sense to me. These crypto scammers are getting crazy, dude, right? Actually crazy. Sounds like he's the gangster. It does. That sounds like he's the gangster. 70 IQ move. Jesus. Also, take out a policy on something that isn't your actual body. True. True and real. After the motorbike ride, Zhang soaked his feet in dry ice and was admitted to the hospital, investigators said. But medical staff sensed something was amiss while assessing him. His legs bore no shoe or sock marks, and his injuries appeared symmetrical, which were inconsistent with a naturally occurring frostbite injury, investigators said. The weather on the night of January 26 was also nowhere close to below freezing, with its coldest temperature at about 42 degrees Fahrenheit. As Taiwan is a subtropical region, cases of severe frostbite requiring amputation are unheard of due to the natural climatic conditions. I don't know the temperatures of the ocean in these areas either, right? But like, if you're in a subtropical region that typically doesn't have outside temperatures cold enough for you to acquire frostbite, wouldn't you going like scuba diving and pretending to have some sort of weird scuba accident make more sense than this, right? Like, I don't know, man. Below 0 IQ. Yeah, the only thing sub-zero in this whole story is the IQ of the two men who put together the scam. Oceans can give you hypothermia, not frostbite. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't go swimming in the ocean. I used to go in the ocean when I was a kid, but then like when fish would touch me, I would get weirded out. So like I swim in pools now. All right, okay? No more oceans or lakes for this lady. Only contained pools. Jeremy is talking about collabing with me. Oh god, how terrifying. Speaking to more people. Skelly! Fox so anxious. He's gonna reach out to me about talking about bridge on stream. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy, dude. That's how I got rate limited on Twitter last night. Grums asked me for all of the information I had on bridge thus far, and I was like, let me hit you with it, baby. And Twitter was like, you look like a bot. What ocean and beaches are great? I don't know, man. Fishman did what? No, not Fishman, just regular fish. Dry ice is around negative 150 Fahrenheit, so the damage it does would be pretty quick. I still wouldn't want to touch it. Feels like a very bad idea. Here's your favorite bot lady. I can solve captchas, I promise. She failed the captchas again. It said Zhang's legs were amputated below the calf due to his frostbite injuries, but his case was reported to the authorities. When police investigated Zhang and Liao in November, they found the plastic bucket used to freeze Zhang's feet. Why did you keep the bucket? Insurance documents and a white polystyrene box for dry ice. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're so dumb. 8 mobile phones and a tablet computer, the investigations bureau said. Liao and Zhang were arrested on January 17th and are both charged with fraud and aiding and abetting serious injury, the bureau says. Local media, citing prosecutors, reported that Zhang had claimed $7,200 from one insurer, but that this money would be seized. Some insurers and authorities have reported that rates of insurance fraud are rising after the height of the pandemic. The City of London's Police Insurance Fraud Enforcement Department said reported cases of opportunistic fraud when someone tries to fake an injury or exaggerate a claim surged 61% from March 2022 to April 2023. The department's chief inspector, Tom Hill, said the increasing cost of living might push people to consider insurance fraud. In February, South Korea amended its law for the prevention of insurance fraud to punish offenders more severely, with up to 10 years in prison or a $37,000 fine. FBI estimates that an annual $400 to $700 from the average U.S. family's insurance premium goes to covering insurance fraud costs. You know, I think that's kind of funny because I feel like insurance typically in and of itself is a fraud, so they're just mad that you're frauding their fraud. The only reason we're seeing this is because you did claims. All this effort when he could have just sold drugs or pussy. Yeah, now he's got amputated legs and he has to pay fines for doing a doo-doo. Like, the best case scenario here is the midwit who got taken advantage of into signing some weird document from the other guy can now sue the other guy for taking advantage of him for being literally too retarded to understand it was a scam. They never actually want to pay out. True. Dude's a proto-mechanicus throwing away the weakness of the flesh for the certainty of steel. What the hell?